Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everyone. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to everyone. I know everybody's gearing up for the big game. I have some baby back ribs on the grill. And, after this day, ladies and gentlemen, I saw how fat I was. I already knew I was fat, but when I went to Ghana, I realized how fat I truly was and what healthy people look like. So, our time in Ghana, we had a really, really good time, believe it or not. I know I've been coming out with some videos that's making people second guess maybe a possible future planned trip to Ghana or even Africa. I believe that you should still go. Again, as I said in my last video, I would go again in a couple of years or so after I visit some other countries because I did have a great time in Ghana. There's a lot of Black American history there. I'm going to do a video where we're going to talk about W.E.B. Du Bois, and we're going to slightly mention Marcus Garvey because we didn't have an opportunity because his guest house was open, but there was no one attending it. So we didn't really get a good tour, but we did tour the W.E.B. Du Bois house. So look out for that video as well. But we had a really good time as a family in Ghana. We didn't go to any villages, anything like that. That's something that I really wanted to do. But our so-called tour guide, he was a native there. He wanted to take us to his home. But again, we cut our trip short because we wanted to go to another African country. So we did majority of the tourism things, but we didn't get down into the villages. We didn't go to see the cocoa farm. We didn't do like any meals with the traditional people who still kind of live out in the bush. We didn't do those things, and some of those things we still want to do today. But nonetheless, I am going to show you a couple of things that we did do very briefly. Now, they have a huge safari where all the lions and hippopotamus and all the big game animals are in the northern part of Ghana. But it's like a 2-day trip to get up there, especially if you're driving. But I believe you're flying as a 1-day trip. And we essentially didn't get that far. But we took kind of a mini safari. And I'm just going to show you a couple of things that we witnessed there. I'm just going to kind of go in order of the pictures that we've seen here. Now, this is a tree that we saw that a Ghanaian artist carved out. It took him about a week. And from top to bottom, you see how people are totally connected throughout this tree. This is the combining of the Ghanaian people and with unity and strength with the environment. They are one strong people. You even see a giraffe right here, family. You see this giraffe right here. You see all of these Ghanaians connected to one another. And the more you look, the more things that you see. So very, very beautiful tree. I'm saying I got another distance of it. I'll show you that here. So here's a better look at it. He carved the entire tree and all of his branches, even down to the roots. You see this? Very beautiful. And it took this guy only a week. Now, what the tour guide told us, it took the guy around 12 hours per day. And still, I've never seen nothing like this in my entire life. I've seen some close statues, but a totally interconnected tree that he made different, sculptures on out of wood. Absolutely phenomenal. There was this large tree in the park that we went to that our son, he really had a good time on. I'm going to show you that very quickly here. Let's see here. Here we go. So it's this large tree within the park. This is the botanical gardens that we went to in Ghana. I'm about an hour and a half away from my hotel.
I can't hear you. If they were the size of you.
He believed that the termites, ate the tree, so
Can you
that's
jump
why
off?
it fell.
Nope. Be careful.
So yeah, once again, it was a really good time. We had some other times here where he was chasing these chickens.
His second attempt on trying to catch Ghanaian chickens. Any day, James. You better take your chance now.
Still makes me laugh today. It still makes me laugh.
Attempt. We're trying to catch Ghanaian chickens.
Okay. Let me see if I can get that off of there. But yeah, it still makes me laugh today. He was trying to chase these chickens. He could not catch these chickens for the world. This is some of the adventures that we had in Ghana. We had a really good time. I don't know why that's still playing.
You better take your chance now.
Give me 1 second, family. 1 second, because I have some more things here. Let me refresh this. But yeah, we went to the botanical gardens in Ghana. We went to alligator reserve where the alligators just naturally kind of came over and stayed in one spot. I'm trying to find those videos for you because there were some really funny parts. Now we went to this large landmass in the same park here, and we went up on this mountain, this rock mountain, and my wife, she started to do push-ups. I have no idea why. She's doing push-ups here on the mountain. And what he was telling us that the native people actually shaved down this rock to make a clay to put on their skin. And when you touch that particular spot where you see the circles there's a lot of circles around, it's very, very smooth and it almost feels soft, believe it or not. So there was a lot of things that we did that we were just really, really intrigued, what the Ghanaians have accomplished and in the natural sense of the word. Right, here's a better picture of the area that we was in. Of course, they use burning of the grass to control wildfires and things of that nature. Okay, I'm just gonna be flashing back and forth because it's some pictures you guys shouldn't see. This is me and my lovely wife up here on the mountain looking across. We had a really good time in Ghana. But I'm showing you the good and the bad because I think that's very, very important. Okay.
I'm here at Side Hills National Park in Ghana, which is a wildlife, something like a safari with antelope, some sort of large game cat called cabbit or cavet. Forgot the name of it. Very beautiful. I'm up here on this large mountain with the family. We just climbed up some ropes to get up here. And yes, I'm sweating. I'm here at Side Hills National Park.
Really, really good time. Again, we're just kind of going through some of my videos. I'm going to show you another video as we're climbing up the mountain with these ropes that were attached to the mountains. Here we go. Someone is not dressed for rock climbing. I'm just sitting in the back over there just resting while everybody else goes. I'm like, I'm prior military. This is really nothing. So I didn't want to get into the family's way of doing this. And the tour guide, he's the one videotape recording. And I'm just walking up and like, if you slip, a lot of people like, hey man, if you slip, it's a long way down. I'm not going to lie to you. I had a lot of reassurance. This is because of my Army training, but I probably would have broke a couple of things here and there, but nonetheless, had a really good time. I'm just showing you different angles here, family.
It's not even. It's actually real.
He just pulling his little butt up. We call him SJ. I ain't gonna tell you what it means.
Good job. Go over there. Right there. You good. Oh. He's trained.
I know. He said he's trained. And yes, I am. But I'm not trained with all that weight on me. And here's some other pictures I'm going to show you very quickly here, too. We saw an ostrich. Ostriches are bigger than what I thought they were. I don't know if you guys ever saw a large-sized ostrich before.
But yeah, the ostriches are aggressive.
I remember from
Can get down.
Oh, we can get out? Oh, okay.
Remember he tried to sneak walking around and
Are the females bigger than the males?
No, the males are usually bigger.
The males are bigger.
Yeah, bigger than
And you know, otters are very fast. Yes.
they can run about 70 kilometers.
Yes. They can beat a car.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they have an average lifespan of 35 years.
Oh, he's 35? She's 35?
Their average lifespan.
Oh, average lifespan is 35?
This one is 20 years now.
20 years? Why do they die so young? He don't know. He doesn't know, family. I'm just asking all types of questions. I'm very intuitive. I want to know a lot. And here's some pictures of some of the baboons we were very close up to. We were very close up to these baboons. Like, I mean, they came right up, took bread out of our hands. His name is Henry. I'm kidding. They don't have names. They didn't tell us that they had names at all. I just thought that would be interesting to give them names. Here's one my wife is touring with. Got their bread behind her back. He's coming up to grab it. Very close to these baboons. I mean, really, really nice creatures. I'm pretty sure they're tamed in some sort of way. Okay, I'm pretty sure they're tamed. Let me see if I can find you guys. Here's the video that I took here. See what that
Family.
plays.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's like anytime I get close.
you can't attack me. Nah.
See, you take the baby.
Oh, I see it.
This one is
He's right underneath.
yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Miss. You get it. Hurry before he comes.
Everybody is afraid of this one.
They believe in the nationality. If the others are not satisfied, the young man can come.
Got him, coach. Got him.
Small one. The small one. Hold up.
Yeah.
You're like, nope, I ain't taking no picture. Give her another piece of bread so I can take a picture.
Break it into 2 or 3. Yeah.
I know, kill the cameraman. I know, it's me.
Because you'll be searching for the antelopes. We need to get enough time. So
Okay,
let's start.
let's go.
Family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
cool.
that was we had a really good times at that, it's called kind of a small safari. But we had a lot of good pictures how close we were to these baboons. I was just, I wasn't they didn't make you afraid. They didn't do anything crazy like throw boo-boo at you or try to attack you. Very close, you could feed them hand to hand. It was just a really good time here. We thoroughly enjoyed ourselves in Ghana. Despite some of the other content you seen me come out with, we had a really good time. Some of the other adventures, when we were downtown by the stadium of Ghana, that they had parades at and stuff. They had horses. Now I couldn't get on one of these horses. These horses are very, very small. And let me tell you, these horses cost around $3 a ride for about 20 minutes. Okay, $3 to ride about 20 minutes. My son had a really good time. His first time riding a horse, they had a guy walking the horses back and forth. He thoroughly enjoyed that, and that's right by the Freedom and Justice sign, letting everyone know, 1957 is when Ghana gained its independence from the British. So that's very, very significant. We had a good time. Lovely people, very nice. Of course, because of the conditions that the people are in, you may, from an American standpoint and perspective, they may seem pushy, but again, they're trying to sell you everything they have so they can essentially live their lives and feed their people. But again, we had a, awesome time. And of course, you look at these pictures, please understand your brother need to lose about 60 pounds. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm way too big. But we had an awesome time. We enjoyed ourselves thoroughly. And I would expect everyone to at least make a visit to Africa. It doesn't really have to be Ghana, but Ghana is a country that's kind of built up, as I stated before, with some disadvantages in driving. as well as some of the infrastructure issues that I pointed out earlier. But we had a terrific time here. This is the market. Now, this was full throttle.
The same material like this.
You're talking about people selling everywhere. Let me point something out very quickly before I go through this. This market here is one of many markets, but this is kind of like the main market. And throughout Ghana, and I mentioned this earlier, I just have to bring it up. There's churches everywhere. It's kind of like if you was in a black neighborhood, they say there's a liquor store and a church on every corner. Yeah, that's where it's at. Let's look at this video real quick.
What's down here?
We are turning. We are going back.
To the car?
Yeah.
We're done? We're finished?
If you know you are finished or you don't buy anything,
You want to walk around a little bit more? Or
if you want to walk around, then we can go inside.
you want to go inside?
It's up to you guys.
Yeah, let's go inside.
We're not going to do anything.
There's a lot going on.
You guys hear me? I'm like, it's a lot going on. I'm talking about cars, vans, trucks, people, kids. Everyone is selling and driving through this large area. In America, it wouldn't be, in a marketplace like this, we wouldn't have people around, but this is how they do it. But I felt totally comfortable, right? I didn't feel overwhelmed. Nobody wasn't directly trying to sell us anything because it's a market. Again, I can't speak well enough of the Ghanaian people and their spirit and their personalities. I didn't have one bad experience with the people in Ghana. They're real mild-mannered. There is some aggression when it comes to selling, but other than that, family, you're going to feel comfortable. Some of you may even felt at home. When people say, hey, did you feel at home when you were there? I really didn't. I felt like I was a foreigner in another country, but I felt welcomed, right? And I enjoyed my time there. Okay, let me shut up and show you the rest.
We won't be long.
Oh, yeah, let's walk inside and see.
Yeah.
Yeah. How the feeling about the market?
And you're going to see many of the ladies putting the product that they're selling on top of their heads. That's just kind of their culture. They don't really carry anything in their hands. If it's heavy, it's on their head. And the most important thing here, look at all of the beautiful black people.
It's a lot of things being
you don't
sold
stand out, you blend in.
all across the market. Plenty of people. Some
Look
people,
at that traffic, though. What I tell you about that traffic?
this is their livelihood of selling their products and things. Oh, wow. Some sort of fender bender. Did he punch that glass out?
Yeah, it's the shirt.
Oh, wow.
That was my uncle who just walked past. No, I'm kidding. He looked like him, though.
Wow. It is packed. Is it like this every weekend?
No, every day.
Every day is like this. Not every weekend.
Oh,
Every
wow.
day.
Only Sunday.
It's a one-in-a-lifetime experience.
And even if you look at the
This is what
billboards,
you call
family,
Ghana, ladies
nothing
and
but
gentlemen.
melanated people. I
It's a
love it.
one-in-a-lifetime experience.
All right, that was just a short little clip. Let me pause it here. All right, sorry about that, family. Had some technical difficulties very quickly. We're almost done here. We had a good time. We went to the Kwame Nkrumah memorial, or the area where they buried him and some of his artifacts that went along with him. Give me a second as I'm setting back up very quickly. Have a small clip with that as well.
This is the burial place of Kwame Nkrumah, one of the presidents that died from cancer, supposedly, of Ghana. He was one of the first presidents that tried to create the United States of Africa. Here is a bronze statue of Kwame Nkrumah. He's met with almost every leader that I could possibly imagine. And in this building here that the Chinese built for free, I know, his tomb is inside of this area here. Currently, this is going under construction. They are renovating the area. And if you go inside, we have his tomb. And around here, you see the bridges that's going inside where ponds of water are supposed to be. And I'm gonna go through this little narrow way here to show you where his tomb is.
And the Chinese built this for free in a tribute and homage to Kwame Nkrumah. He built really strong relations with the Chinese.
Blocks are from Italy. And this is where Kwame Nkrumah is buried. Born in 1909, died in 1972 because of cancer. But some people believe that the CIA and other people as well was part of his death, some sort of assassination, but looked very, very natural, which the CIA and other foreign Western powers are known for. Now, this is his wife, Fatima Nkrumah. She was an Egyptian, and she wanted to be buried beside her husband, okay? So that's just a small history here in Ghana of, course, one of their prominent and ever-changing presidents. So when you think of the many things that occur with the government in Ghana, he's one of the bridge the gap between other countries and helping Ghana build their infrastructure. So he was a very intricate part of the infrastructure of Ghana and its people and the relations around the world.
Now, with this family, I tell you, I take the bad with the good. And one of the bad things with this is that none of this was upkept. Now, and I know in the year of return, 2019, you know, this place was beautified, but I think they let it decay over the past, 2 or 3 years. And a lot of the areas wasn't well kept. You know, the flowers, the plant, the bushes wasn't well kept. They let a lot of the cement and other things decay. A lot of the ponds should have been filled with water. And I'm pretty sure they kind of let these things go because tourism essentially decreased in 2019, especially when COVID-19 hit in 2020. So a lot of these things are prominent for us to understand. Oh, it was 2021, 2020. But nonetheless, a lot of things they needed to really be upkept. Now, John F. Kennedy gifted a car to Kwame Nkrumah, and that is in this memorial park as well. But the car is not upkept either. It's not in pristine conditions. The way they treat, or the way that I saw that they treated museums and certain, relevant artifacts contribute to the country's history, wasn't really upkept. But nonetheless, I still think it's worth going if you go to Ghana. Again, I think it's an experience that everybody should experience because, again, we had a really, really good time. Now, I think if you take any tours, make sure you get a chance to go to some of the villages where they're still doing things of the old tradition. We didn't get the opportunity to do that. We was busy, but we really had a good time, and there's no way that we want to lose out on that experience.
We're in the Eric, what did you call it again? No, the market.
Mokala market.
I can't say Mokala market. Mokala market. Okay. And we're in a fabric store of great Ghanaian material and quality. There's a difference because some people will get the Chinese knockoff that don't last after one wash, where Eric says, that's his English name, of course, that the Ghanaian material will last you anywhere from 3 to 5 years of washing before it starts to fade.
This is the material shop where my family and I got some of our Ghanaian garments. I made a Ghanaian shirt out of the kente cloth, and there's some knockoffs around that market that the Chinese has built. Once you wash it, it fades. But if you get the wooden or anything that's traditionally Ghanaian, it will last you for years versus the knockoff version that the Chinese has brought in that pretty much flooded the market and drove some of the prices down. I digress. You know how I can get, family. Again, we had a terrific time here. Let me show you some other shots that I got here, really quick videos. I want you guys to see. Let's look at this one on this canopy bridge.
I don't know what they mean by safe, because you see my fat butt is sweat. Oh, uh-oh.
That's a problem.
Yes, I survived.
I may not.
That's quick. Hurry.
Yeah, I'm not gonna film no more because they said it's safe. I don't think so. All right.
They didn't make that canopy bridge for big guys, okay? And I don't want to be a big guy no more. Okay, I don't want to be a big guy no more. They didn't make this for big guys, family. Let me tell you. Let me show you one more other video on the canopy bridge so you get a better look at it.
This is what's the name of the park again? I'm sorry. Cocoon National Park.
Cocoon National Park.
This is Cocoon National Park. I am going across, I guess, one of many canopy bridges. I'm risking life and limb for content.
Content.
He said if I drop my phone or anything else, he is not going to get it because it's in the forest where there's snakes and all other sorts of stuff. Supposedly this bridge is safe. This is what's the
supposedly. The key word in that was supposedly, family. Let me see. I believe I had something else as well. Let me look at this very quickly. This is kind of the beginning of the tour, just a short video clip here that I'm about to show you. And the guy's explaining a couple of things. He spoke very low, though.
Forest. This is the boundary line over here. That's the Peter Forest. So from where we started up to this point is the secondary forest.
You might have to turn up your volume.
Going in the primary forest. The difference is
this is the tour guide of Cocoon National Park.
Farming activities, hunting activities over there. So everything was cut down to regenerate the forest.
And the people you see around are other Ghanaians that actually going, this is their homeland, so they're going on tours as well.
Natural forest. We have so many species of plants,
and no,
animals.
There's no lions and hippopotamus and
nocturnals,
there are monkeys there, but they kind of go away from people.
It's very difficult for us to see animals.
So I won't essentially bore you with that because he spoke very low. A lot of them, believe it or not, I didn't meet a lot of loud Ghanaians. I didn't. They were very mild-mannered people. I'm pretty sure there's some loud, Ghanaians, but we didn't meet any. And that's pretty much the extent of the adventure we had. I have a couple of videos. Of the experiences we had with crocodiles. I'm going to show you right here very quickly. And you're going to see me frightened, very scared. Yeah, real close to alligators.
They hunt for the fish in the lake. That's how come they are still staying here.
And you said when they stay still like it's called basking.
Basking, yeah.
Look how close we are.
I'm just watching my back. I don't know if the crocodile's going to come up from behind me or...
Oh my God.
Okay.
He keeps saying the crocodiles are not going to come up from behind us and attack us. They have never attacked anyone. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. He's talking very low as well. Let's see what else we have here. I think I have another video. Look at this. Like
okay.
This is our son.
Do you want to?
He's very intrigued. He don't see kids don't understand danger. Look at him. He patting it like it's a dog. Oh. I'm just gonna pet this crocodile. Take a picture of me, Dad.
I've had alligator before, crocodile.
Yeah.
She said that's enough. My wife's like,
I think he needs some more chicken before I rub him. No.
Watch this.
Okay. You can do it.
Here's my lovely wife.
They're like, your wife can do it, but you can't do it. Yep.
Yeah.
That's good enough for me.
Yeah.
Here's my turn. Watch this.
I can't do it, man.
Oh,
hey, come get him! Come get him! Come get him, man! No. Roll. He will come to you. He will come to you.
Going the wrong way. Oh.
Nope, I'm good.
Dad, you're sweating.
I'm good. One experience I don't need. I'm good.
Oh my God. I said that's one experience I don't need. The alligator started to turn around and he gnarling. Nah. I'm good, bro. I'm good. I don't need this experience. Okay. I do not need this experience. You got to record that? Okay. Boom. I'm good.
Oh, hey,
I'm about to back up.
No.
Let me go back here. Wrong one. This is just me sweating.
Just got finished the Cocoon National Park with the Hanover.
Give me a second, family. Let me get the right video for you. Let's see there. I think there was one more that I actually did touch the alligator.
No, he didn't make that sound. Look at him just chilling. He like, you don't see me. I blend right in.
We were literally 10 feet away from these alligators.
He's waiting for food.
I see you.
Oh. He's scared. He's like,
And we're about 5 feet now. And they were still waiting for me to touch it. So
knowing me, I would have fell in the water.
I know. I'm like, babe, you're going the wrong way. That's where they are.
all right, buddy.
Babe, record. It's recording right now.
this the lady the young girl you see with us, she's a friend of the family. Here's me, my second attempt. She rubbed it. You're braver than me. I'm definitely bigger than the alligator, but his teeth are strong. Watch this.
Oh, well, the big one's right here looking too. So,
Babe, get closer.
Nope.
I'm gonna put this on your channel. You touching it from afar.
Check, get it. Man, that was an awesome experience. Great.
I think I'm having more fun than you guys watching. I touched that alligator and I'm like, okay, I'm good. I touched a real alligator. I'm out. You know, some experiences I don't need, a long exposure to. Okay. I don't need that. So you can cancel all that. But yeah, we had a great time, family. And I just wanted to show you some small clips from our trip here. And someone said, did you collect the coins and money from the trip? I didn't collect any money. And I'm going to tell you why. We actually brought some money back accidentally. We gave our tour guide, the one who took us around each and every day. He didn't cheat us at all. Let me tell you, we the prices he was charging us was low. He said, the reason why I don't cheat people because I've been doing this job for 20 years and I don't want to lose my job. And I know some other people might try to do that because he gave us low prices, but we gave him literally all the cash we had at the end. And he was, he told us he would miss us. And when I say miss us, because he ate with us, once a day when we was out. We spent hours. We spent, anywhere from 5 to 10 hours with this man each and every day. And I'm still in contact with him today. So anytime that, we have extra clothing or anything, I'm gonna send it to him. He was a big part of our experience in Ghana. He made the trip better than us just kind of trying to navigate and doing different tour guides, this, that, and the other. We had an awesome time. But as you were talking about the money, did I collect anything? I used to do that all the different countries. And I said, you know what? Money is to be spent. But what I did for you, I did take some pictures. So this is 5 CDs, and this is probably about 90 cents of American money. Okay. This is 10 CDs. This is probably around $1.50. I could be off here and there. Let's see what else. And that's it. Of course, this is one of the Ghanaian dishes we ordered. And this stuff right here, believe it or not, this brown dip, somewhat savory and a little bit of spice. It's called shito. S-H-I-T-O. The way I'm saying it is the way they actually say it, shito. And it's funny because we continue to make jokes about it because we was like, are we really eating shito? And because our son was there, so we had to mask a lot of the things. And also, if you want to see what a traditional Ghanaian beer looks like, there's a picture there. It was decent. It was not bad beer. I'm not really a beer drinker, and like I said, after today, family, I'm going hard with my nutrition. I work out every day, So that's why I probably have, big arms and things of that nature. But man, I'm way overweight and sweating in that 90 degrees weather. Oh my God. I have some beautiful pictures of my wife here as she's climbing the mountain. A lot of us, it really showed a lot about ourselves, that there are some things that we're doing wrong in life. And I think that experience, once again, has changed our life forever. I've been to a lot of countries. I've been to Brazil. I went to Brazil, was it 2 years ago now? Me and a buddy of mine, that was a great experience as well. Not like this. This was, almost felt like kind of a nature trip, right? Because everything was so natural. Like you would drive up and down different cities in Ghana, and everyone is selling fresh coconut, fresh plantain, fresh bananas. Everything was just fresh. Goats and chickens and cows. This was everywhere. They not like in the street or anything like that, but you're driving along. Well, the chickens were in the street, and some of the goats were in the street, but not the cows. But you're just driving through certain parts, and through those different experiences, that is exactly what you're seeing. Just goats and chickens everywhere. We went to the Accra Mall. Again, the Ghanaians, unfortunately, do not own this mall. They don't own this mall at all. I believe this is either owned by the Lebanese or the Indians. I'm not quite sure on this one. But yeah, they're definitely making their money off the Ghanaian people. I won't go there today. But there's a lot of history that we're going to go over in another video, and I'm going to try to really tally it up. And remember, I was telling you about the supermarkets. A lot of them are owned by the Indians under the name Melcom. This is it right here. So if you guys are familiar with that, especially if there's any Ghanaians, they'll also correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the Indians own this particular brand. But yeah, family, we had an awesome time here. Okay. We had an awesome time here. The weather stayed anywhere between 83, 84 degrees. Wrong picture. She don't want to show that. That's when she ran a marathon. She's like, babe, don't be showing my beautiful pictures. I got to lose weight again. But yeah, this right here, family, we kind of stopped on the side of the road. All of these beautiful vases and vases that we, wanted to take back home, but they was made out of this material. If you drop it, it's demolished. And they were very, very cheap. I'm talking about very cheap, but so beautiful. I mean, I know a lot of you like, damn. And these were very, very large. So again, my experience here was great. If you guys are expecting to travel to Ghana, I encourage you to do so. If you're expecting to travel to Africa, I encourage you to do so. You're going to learn a lot. You're going to experience a lot. You're going to have fun. Here's one of the Lebanese restaurants that we went to. And this was around $85. And this fed about 6 people, they said. This is for 6 people. But let me tell you, we didn't even put a dent in this. This could have fed 12 people. We're talking about jollof rice, fried rice, French fries. You see the burger here. We had goat, chicken, beef, grilled vegetables underneath here. You see the bell peppers all around. Totally delicious. Totally delicious. And a lot of the food that we bought, we had always leftovers. So we gave it to our tour guide, which he took back to his family. And he was always gracious, always ready. Like, thank you so much. Thank you so much. But we had again, I can't press this enough. I'm seeing some of your comments. I'm going to read them in a moment. But I just can't press that. We had an awesome time here, family. We absolutely did. On my next video, we're going to go over Marcus Garvey. We're going to go over W.E.B. Du Bois. Because, he's actually buried. He's actually buried in Ghana, right? He was a huge Pan-Africanist, as well as Marcus Garvey from Jamaica, but W. Du Bois is a foundational Black American. And our experience here is really not much. It's really nothing else much I can say about it, except that it was terrific. With the good, there is bad, and with the bad, there is good. And the question is, would I go again? Absolutely. But I would wait a couple of years before I do that again. So let me read some of your notes here. Let's see here. We have Subber. He says, I'm enjoying the videos you share with us. Giving us the knowledge is power. I appreciate that, sir. Jermaine Anderson says the videos have been eye-opening. Thank you. And we have Charles Williams. He says, thank you for everything that you share. Why do you think that Ghanaians allow foreigners to export their natural resources, especially knowing the history of colonialism? Wow. Subber also is FBA. Exactly. So I'm just going to touch on that because the brother asks, or the sister asks, well, excuse me, the brother asks, it's corruption. It's government corruption. It's the same thing as America. The only reason why it looks different, family, it's because of the third world country. You get what I'm saying? Because in our black communities here in America, we're living below the poverty line because there's an American standard way of living, right? So in a third world country, that's, 3 times worse than America. Okay. Even more than that. I don't know how you essentially measure that, the levels of poverty and the way people are living, but our ghettos and slums is equated to their ghettos and slums, but on a different level. And it's because of government corruption, right? So foreigners come over, whether they digging for natural resources like gold, diamonds, timber, cocoa, export and import of apples and certain other natural resources that Ghana has, and they're feeding the pockets of the Ghanaian officials, okay? And this is not from me. This is from the many Ghanaians that I spoke to, and we were speaking to people left and right. And the reason why I didn't really record any of them saying these things is because in third world countries, they have, Ghanaians have freedom of speech, but they don't have freedom of speech, if you know what I mean. And because our tour guys say, hey, we can't say certain things publicly because they'll come lock you up. They'll come lock you up. And if they lock you up, and if you're the breadwinner of your family, you sometimes supporting anywhere from 10 to 14 people, your family may not eat that day because you're in jail, and who knows how long you're going to stay in jail. So a lot of these things are very prevalent while we didn't tape these people saying these things. And I'm giving you a kind of the secondhand knowledge of the experience and some of the talks I had, because I was speaking, with some Ghanaians for 2 and 3 hours. 2 and 3 hours, and some of these talks were about natural resources, the government, and Christianity, which I broke that down in some of the videos that you see that I've been producing. So that is the main reason why. And I said, well, your president, Nana Akufo-Addo, he stopped that relationship of the Swedes, Switzerland essentially taking the raw cocoa and then putting the stamp of the Swedish chocolate on it as actually Ghanaian chocolate. He said that's one out of many of the things that he has not been doing. And their president, if you ever heard the man speak, very intelligent guy, but there's a lot of things not being done in Ghana, right? And when you go there, family, hold on. Let me tell you something. Ghana, as well as the rest of African countries, should be the richest nations in the world because of the natural resource that are hurling in the ground. As I stated before, I made a video. The richest continent with the poorest people. Check that video out where I broke down how all these different African countries that are, well over 98% melanated have the poorest people. Because what people don't understand is somehow America has used the system of fiat, the system of debt, to generate wealth, meaning I owe you, you owe him, you owe, and we don't even exchange money. When is the last time that your company, your business, whether you be an entrepreneur or not, that someone actually have given you cash, has actually given you a precious metal like gold or silver? It's all digital, right? So some of the systems in Ghana are totally different than the systems in America. And I said, wait, why don't a lot of you guys have, houses? And he said, well, we don't have the same system as America. We can't just go to a bank, even though they have banks. They have, the Ghanaian bank. They have the ECO bank. Why don't you guys get loans? They don't do loans. What do you mean? He said, yeah, we can't just go and loan money and pay it back month by month. You got to have, when you go and buy land and build a house, you have to have the money on hand. That automatically put people in a subservient, sub-level living standard because you can't borrow and then pay a monthly amount. You have to pay the entire amount. And as we were traveling through Ghana, there were so many structures that were empty, that was not finished, simply because they started off building, because first you buy the land, then you buy the materials, then you buy the labor to build it, and so a lot of them was unfinished. He said, yeah, most houses take like 5 to 10 years. I said, well, why is that? Why is it taking so long? He said, because of money. They don't have the money. And, with my American brain, I'm like, why don't they just loan from the bank? And then he explained that. Then the second part of me is like, well, why even start? Why even start the project and knowing that you don't have enough money to finish it? Because my thing is, I will buy the land and then save up the amount of money. But then he said, well, each and every year, I said, inflation. He said, yes, inflation, right? And so they're trying to get a lot of things done with the current price before prices go up. And then the people who are building these structures, some of them are Ghanaian, but they work for Chinese companies. I'm like, I said, is there a Ghanaian construction company? He said, no. He said, the Italians are building for people. He said they build the best houses in Ghana, the Italians. So a lot of things were eye-opening to me when you hear immigrants come over here. And I understand, right? It doesn't make it any better because now they come over here, and I won't get into the old benign neglect, undermine us, get into our government, talk against reparations. I'm not going to get into that discussion today, but I will say I understand if I live there and I came to America where the systems are being ran, not great, but good. The roads are paved. People are not taking, urinations and defecating in the street, in main streets as you're driving along. I understand why they will stay here. When people used to talk about, if we reference in the Bible about the land of milk and honey, America is the land of milk and honey when you compare it to a lot of the African countries, even though their land is richer than America. And it really boils down to, and if you guys follow Tariq Nasheed like myself, he made a video about the government, right? And that's the reason. That's major the reason. There's another side to the argument of the people unifying and organizing and risk life and limb in order to push Ghana for the people versus the foreigners who are coming over with the corrupt government hand and foot. Why these government officials live in Europe where everything is built up, they're taking money from these foreigners and letting the country fall by the wayside. And this is not from me. This is from the Ghanaian people. Because I told you before, these people were very nice people, very humble people, right? Very thankful people. Outside of the salesman, which everybody sells something, okay? They were the really only pushy ones. And then even them being pushy, you never really felt threatened, if that makes any sense, okay? But again, family, I had a great time, and I'm going to continue to give you content. I probably have maybe 1 or 2 more videos because, again, we're going to cover Marcus Garvey. We want to cover W.E. Du Bois. We went inside of W.E. Du Bois' house and where he's actually laid to rest at, because I think W.E. Du Bois died around the age of, I believe it was 95 or anywhere between the age of 93 and 97. My memory forgets me. I really don't recall. And I have lots of pictures that we're going to just kind of skim through when I do that video as well. But nonetheless, I'm cooking ribs. Gotta go. Hope your team win, and I hope your team loses for whoever you're going for in the Super Bowl. My team is the Giants. I don't have a team in the fight. You guys have a great and wonderful day. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'll see you guys on the next one. I'm out.